Utku, it's nice to see you at your own setting in a beautiful place, and it's called Antique Garage.
Yes.
Shall we start with the name first? Why Antique Garage? Well, it tells itself.
Yeah, it was a garage. I mean, literally mechanical garage. I transformed from old auto Chinese garage to a restaurant, and then I was in antique since I was a kid. It was my hobby, collecting all the antiques and everything, etc. So I knew one day I was going to open my own restaurant, and I started to collect all the antiques, put it in my storage. So as soon as I found this charming old garage, then I said this is the right place. I can display all my antiques and serve the people my antique plates, antique chinas, fork and knives, chandeliers.
Yeah, I see the plates even. They're all different.
They're all collectible, they're all different, and some of them like 50s, 60s, as you can see, sign.
So you said it was a cute, cozy, now it's a cute, cozy, nice, beautiful restaurant, but it was a little mechanic, right? It
was a real
How long
mechanical.
ago?
This was like 15 years ago. It was a mechanical shop.
So you've been up and running, operating for the last 15 years?
10 years.
10 years,
Yes.
under the same name, Antique Garage?
Antique garage, yes. I clear all those garage mess from this place, and I put a wood floor. It was obviously concrete asphalt floor. There was a tool lift in the middle of the restaurant. I mean the garage was lifting the car, changing the oil, fixing the tire.
Oh my
so
goodness.
when I told my landlord that I want to get this place to transform to a restaurant, she thought I'm out of my mind, and then how it's gonna be happen is old mechanical nasty garage cannot be a restaurant. I said give me a chance, let me try my best.
And you did your best. It
And
has
then I
its
did my
own
best.
character.
Yeah, its own
One could
character.
tell you hired, utilized the help of many, many interior decorators, but it is all you.
It's
Am I
all
right?
me. It's all my soul. I didn't use any interior design.
Do you have background in interior design and decoration?
Not actually, but it was my hobby. I have a house in upstate New York, all filled with antiques.
Which place in upstate New
In
York?
Catskills, Delaware
Oh my
County.
goodness. We live almost in the same place I lived in Manchester too, in Catskills. So you do collect art.
I do collect arts. I like painting, mirrors, chandeliers.
How do you combine the two? I mean, food and art. I mean, you are a chef. You are a very well-known, successful chef. And then you have these beautiful collectibles, but don't they get lost? What if someone breaks? What if the client breaks it?
Yes, actually it happens a lot, and we don't use even dishwasher because they are not dishwasher safe. It's like
So hand wash?
Hand wash everything, but sometimes people in the rush hours they are a little bit less attention. Sometimes they break, unfortunately. Sometimes some of the fork and knives goes to the garbage can, and I'm very careful on top of everything. I'll try, but I mean unfortunately we have some loose, but we're trying to replace it. That's why you can find me every weekend in the antique shopping on the flea markets.
Collecting more and more.
More and more, and replacing whatever is broken or missing.
And I also see valuable artwork on the walls. It's from Turkey, from different places.
From all over, yes. And I choose the era of Victorian era. I like Victorian style a lot, and like 19th century, late 18th century. Then, as you mentioned, how it's matched together, art and food. I think food is also art. I consider I'm an artist because I'm cooking. I don't have to paint, but I'm just painting on the plate, making my dishes. So then I thought it matched so good together, and people appreciate that, and we have nice crowds coming to appreciate the antique, appreciating the food, and especially something different for them. As a foreigner, I'm trying to make Turkish food. I'm trying to modernize actually Ottoman kitchen in today's kitchen, but while I'm upgrading Ottoman cuisine, I'm not changing our ingredients. I'm just stick with the real Ottoman cuisine.
So the Ottoman cuisine is there, the ingredients are there. What do you change about it then?
I'm changing about the decoration, putting them together and like matching with some meal with the another ingredients, for example.
Exhibition, the display is a little bit changed.
Little bit display. So,
How was the feedback for the Ottoman cuisine with this new addition to it?
actually, it's turned very well because, as you know, Ottoman cuisine doesn't accept any substitution, and we cannot go to a different direction. We have to stick with it and whatever is the recipe. But once you put it with the new old system like decoration or technology, people more appreciate, and it's transforming these days technology. And so it's all about putting all together right way and right time on a plate.
And you, well put, and you do it very well, I see it. And you mentioned that you're a collector, right? You're an artist. You also have cars that you work on. You could call yourself as a maybe car collector or...
Not really, but I like cars. I
Mechanic,
collect
maybe?
old cars, and I have one old cars in upstate, and but I'm not understanding too much about the mechanic or something.
But the reason I'm asking you is you have many, many titles, but the most important, I think, one is that you mentioned you've been here for 10 years. This is almost, isn't it eternity in your sector? This is food sector, this restaurant, the turnover with everything, and also with the slowdown in the economy. How do you survive? How do you succeed this? And this is beautiful here. How did you achieve this?
I think I respect my job a lot, and I'm top of it every day. And also, I know these days the economy is slow, but I try to make it together, many things put together. For example, we have an exciting place. If people like here, and if people, they don't want to even spend so much money for eating dinner or food, they come every time of the day here to enjoy the coffee, enjoying jazz. We have a live jazz every night. We have a live jazz brunch, and also
enjoying the mint tea.
Mint tea.
From here, fresh.
We have a loose teas and
Attention to detail. I see it in everything.
yeah, I'm a little bit detail oriented. I like my job. First of all, I'm not doing this one. I mean, obviously, we are doing for make money, business. But I mean, first of all, I'm belong to my professionalism. You know, I love what I do. So money is for me in this case a little secondary because I live at this place, and of course I have to make enough money to live. But I'm not so greedy on that. I'm just live with it.
When did you come to the United States? What made you come here? What brought you here?
Actually, I came to United States 1992 after I graduated from college in Turkey. So
What did you study in college?
I studied statistics, and it's nothing to do with my major, but I learned a lot
sure
about the numbers. I'm using a lot, yes. I'm making a lot of
Being a businessman as well.
Yes, that's true.
As a chef, yes.
Business-wise, statistics helped me a lot for playing with the numbers and making decisions.
So you came to New York in 92?
I came to New York in 1992. I work in a restaurant. I work in Turkish restaurant. I start as a busboy, and I learned about the business, and I became a server. And while I was in serving, but I was still interested in the kitchen. I was all the time getting in the kitchen, watching the chef, how they doing, how it's going on.
Is it only you in the kitchen, by the way, or
No,
do you allow other people to work with you?
Yes, I have sous chefs. I have some chefs working, helping me. I'm making the menus now every day. I'm not like I used to be in the kitchen all the time. Now it's after 10 years I get a little bit relaxed.
Oh, you trained people
yes,
as
I'm
well.
just treating people, and then so people who works for me, they learn my technique, my taste. Some people now works non-Turkish people. They cook as well as like almost Turkish. You know, they know.
Which is almost impossible, Utku. You and I, we know that,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. But I mean, someone never been in your country, never
You
had a
trained them
culture.
well.
I trained them very well, and I always was telling them, when you make something, you have to put your soul in it to be successful. And then the other day, something happened interesting, I would like to tell you. And the guy in the kitchen, he is not Turkish, but I've been training him last 6-7 years. And then he make Turkish meatball, ızgara köfte. And I was eating, and then I said to him, "Oh my God, this is great! Even you make better than me. What did you do this?" And then he goes like this, "I put my soul in it, boss." That was the great explanation.
That's a good
about
teacher
it.
in you. That's right there. How many tables do you have? How many people?
We have like 65-70 people capacity restaurant. We make a lot of parties, private parties. As a matter of fact, they make a couple of movie here.
Ideas, messages that you want to share with us?
I think as a Turkish, I am so proud with my cuisine, and I am expecting all my colleagues and all my competition, all my Turkish restaurant people who should have the same idea to showing the Turkish cuisine to the world in a right way, and that's why we can make people hear our voice. As a foreigner, we have to try to make the name of Turkish more proud to be in the United States, so people can enjoy our food, our culture. So people come here, before they go to Turkey, they want to know what is Turkish food. I sit down with them, I sit with them, and all the time I spend some time explain about how Turkey is a big country, our cultural country, how important coming from history. So that's why I think we have to choose as a goal for ourselves for these things. All of us, money has to be secondary. Money comes and goes, but we have our pride. We have to show people.
I believe if you have a passion, money follows that anyways. But from what you say, and correct me if I'm wrong or not, this experience is not eating. It's not only food. It's a spiritual experience.
Exactly.
Here.
That's true.
And you put it very well too. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.